call here, and we have the East Coast and West Coast, and great to be on this call with all of you. And this training today and this call today, you're going to get to learn about and hear from individuals that are actually very active doing K pop-ups, right? And K pop-ups, for some of you that are brand new, you're learning what's a K pop-up. Some of you are asking, I've never done a K pop-up before. And today, some of you, this might be your first Zoom call. I know some of you just signed up this morning. Some of you just got started with us 24 hours ago with Riemann. You're brand new with Riemann and you're wondering, how do I have success in Riemann? What do I need to level up my business, right? What are the top leaders doing in Riemann? What are they doing effectively that's working for them? And the best way to understand how to become better is to hear other stories of other leaders participating in doing pop-ups and meetings, and they're going to share their testimonials. You're going to get to hear from an individual based out in Canada, and her name is Mary, which you're going to hear in a few minutes as well. And she's been very active doing pop-ups as well, and she's been growing her business, growing a team in the Canadian market. Even though she hasn't been with us for that long, she is growing her business on her way to becoming one of our top leaders in the company. She's gonna be sharing with you guys some tips and information as well. After Mary, you're gonna also get to hear from Aurora Garcia, who's actually based in Mexico, right? So you guys know that, of course, Riemann is operating in Mexico as well. And the beauty about Mexico is obviously that was our recent eighth country opened up as well. And, so she's building a business down in Mexico as well. So you're going to get to hear a short testimonial from Aurora a little bit later as well. After Aurora, you're going to go back and hear from Sharon, who's one of our directors based out in Canada, but I believe right now she's out in Singapore, doing business in Singapore. We were just together in the Philippines, so you'll be able to hear her building her great business, and she's going to be sharing some tips with her journey with Riemann as well. And of course, after Sharon, we're gonna go and go back to the States and also hear from other individuals that's gonna be sharing with you guys about our products, our business. You're gonna get to also hear from Rocky as well, who's also based in Hong Kong. He's a guy, but also doing very well. You're gonna get to hear from Zoraida. She's also based out in Malaysia. You're gonna get to hear from her as well. Aki, one of our directors based out in Malaysia. You get to hear from her. You get to hear from Marisol, Dr. Marisol from Las Vegas, but also been in the Philippines as well. And afterwards, you get to hear a product training from Eunice on our products and, of course, how to use the products and benefit and use the products. And at the very end, I'm going to give you guys some business strategies on how to really grow your business doing K pop-ups and how it can be very effective for all of you as well. So once again, want to welcome all of you to our call today. If you have some team members and friends or people that are not on the call yet, send them a reminder that the call is getting started now. And we want to welcome all of you to our Riemann XS special series product sharing and testimonial call. My name is Steve Hyun, National Director, dialing in from South Korea right now. And good to be on the call with all of you on this morning. I see many familiar faces. Welcome to the call, and great to get this call started just right now. So without further ado, I do want to go out and introduce you guys to one of our first speakers, Mary Tran, based out in Canada. I've seen her active with her business, growing her business, doing a lot of pop-ups. I want to share some pictures and videos for you as well of what she's been doing in the Canadian market as well. And just really exciting. Just really exciting to see her grow the Canadian market with her team. And, you can tell that she's a leader, leading by example. She cares for her team, provides great information for her team as well. And any of you that are working with Mary are super lucky. So without further ado, let's go out to Canada and welcome her to the call. All right, I see you, Mary. How are you, Mary?
Hi, thanks, Steve. Thanks everyone for having me. Sorry, I gotta dial in my car right now. I'm just kind of in between. Gotta head to a board meeting right after this, so I might have to log off right after I go through this Zoom. Okay, Steve, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. So I'm from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. You guys are probably wondering where Edmonton is. We do have the Edmonton Oilers. I don't know if anybody follows hockey, but that's pretty much all we have here in Edmonton. Not a very big city, but we managed to grow Remon. My background is I actually work for a real estate development company here in Edmonton, but I do wear many hats within that real estate development because we also do commercial leasing, but I'm in kind of like that finance real estate sector. And how I got introduced to Riemann is just like everybody else. We probably got gifted those EX boxes or we might have bought it. For me, the funny story is that when I was gifted last year from one of my best friends, who's friends with my team leader now out in Calgary, it was just sitting in my bathroom for months, right? Because it was one of those things where just like all of us, we probably have a lot of skincare products that we've already have. We're happy. We're not looking to explore new options. So it sat there for months. And it just so happened that I believe I was going to Vegas last year. I didn't have any travel size bottles. And I remember that gift. I remember that box. And I just took it out and I said, perfect, perfect. This is perfect for, a few day weekend. So I ended up taking that kit with me. And sure enough, after the first day, I have very, very sensitive skin. So after the first day using it, I just thought to myself, wow, I didn't get any irritation. Didn't really see much of that glow yet, but I tell you, after the second day, my glow was on. Third day, I got addicted. So when I got back, to be honest with you, because I do so many things, I'm also a soccer manager. I get involved in also community. Riemann was not something I wanted to add on my plate. It wasn't something I was even thinking about making extra money. It was just not there. I just came back and I told a lot of my friends, just like if you're going to go to a restaurant, right? If there's good food, you want to kind of tell your friends, hey, you should check out that restaurant. It has very good pasta, for example. So, same thing. I shared with all my friends. And Tram said to me, why aren't you not doing this? Like all your friends are buying, all your friends are using it. You should try it. So that's kind of where I was kind of on the fence. I said, no, 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 I'll just help you with it. I didn't really look into Riemann. But at that time, I had a little bit of time. My son had knee surgery. So, anyways, I kind of stepped back from soccer managing for a few months. And this was only about 4 months ago when I started Riemann. And so I went full on. I looked at their compensation plan and I was thinking, what is the hook? Like, what is the catch? And I kept on doing more and more research on Riemann, because sometimes when you're talking about multi-level marketing, there's always something, right? But I tell you, the compensation plan, I'm in business and the compensation plan is such a strong one. And the commissions are just high. Really, what it is just you're taking out the middleman, you're becoming that independent distributor, and you can run your business the way you want to. So for me, honestly, I'm just having fun with it. The K-pops has been phenomenal. There's no right or wrong to do a K-pop. Sometimes we would invite 20 people and half the people would cancel on us, but we still go with it. It's so fun, guys. I think with our events anyways, with my type of events we want to do, my vision is always to have it in nice settings, just a fun day for people to come out, have some. What do we usually always have mimosas, right? We always buy sushi. We just make it a fun day. There's no pressure in buying any products. Honestly, the product will sell itself. I'm not worried about that. But when people come in a setting that they don't feel pressure to buy, they're more likely to buy. And so for me, how it's working is, because I come from kind of like a marketing background, you always have to first foremost know your audience. You have to know which kind of audience or what group that you're inviting in. If you're inviting in a group of, business people that maybe isn't looking for, or older people maybe not looking for an avenue to make money, they're just there to buy skincare. Maybe you won't touch too much on the opportunity side, but we do for my K-pop. The trick is I do always obviously kind of give a little bit at the beginning of my introduction, the beginning before I even talk about Riemann. I do give a little bit of a hook. They call it a hook, which is a missed opportunity. So you would always tell a missed opportunity story. And from there, those that are interested in the business, they will come talk to you at the end of the skincare, like at the end of your demoing. So that's kind of my tips and tricks. Nothing to it, honestly. There's no right and wrong. I have fun with it. I'm still learning. I still make a lot of mistakes, guys. And another tip that's been working really well for me and my team is I make little labels and I put it behind my demo bottles. Uh, because I don't really go on a script. I just kind of talk, I ramble, I kind of go with the flow. And so sometimes I do forget to mention certain ingredients in it. So it's been nice that when I have those labels, those kind of like key notes, when I hold up the bottle, it'll remind me, okay, you know what? You're telling them to put on this cleansing oil, but you want to kind of remind them, okay, this cleansing oil has 75 natural oils in it. It will remove your makeup or remove your sunscreen, your waterproof makeup as well. So those kind of tips has been helping. But other than that, I think just go out there, have fun. You're gonna make mistakes. Honestly, we get better as we're doing the events. So every event we find mistakes and we're like, okay, how can we improve? How can we make it better? And our last event was out in Richmond, BC. So I do travel quite a bit to BC now because my team is out there. And I think we invited 15 girls, and it ended up we only had 8 or 9 people, but we did it anyways. And we came back, and this was just last weekend, I believe. And we came back, and 4 new planners had joined us. So sometimes those small events I find is a lot better because you do have the time to talk and get to know people, and you can explain the business a little bit better on that. So that's all I have, Steve. Is there anything else you'd like me to share?
No, that was definitely very informative. I love the fact that you mentioned about sharing about how you give a story about a missed opportunity in the beginning, which I think is a key takeaway for many people today, where it's a good thing. It's a good thing that they could think about that before the presentation, before the opportunity, because now they're like, oh my gosh, I'm here at an opportunity. I don't want to miss this again. So thank you for sharing that part. And it looks like that you're making things very simple and you coming from, the marketing background and finance background, definitely it was a great explanation of how you prepare it based on sometimes your clients, how some are more into products, some are maybe more into business, and you cater to them as well. And that's of course an important part of doing our business to identify, right, what type of person they are. Are they more into the money part? Are they more into the product side? And kind of understanding the flow of conversations through your presentations and your pop-ups. Thank you so much for Mary for sharing
You're
that.
welcome.
Yeah,
Thanks, guys.
definitely,
Thanks, everyone.
share some emojis and hearts, and let's really help. Really appreciate her sharing. I know she has a busy schedule right now, but she was still able to jump on the call right now with us to share her information and sharing as well. Thank you so much, Mary. You're doing amazing. We
Thanks,
look forward to
guys.
seeing you in Las Vegas as well.
Okay, see you
Now,
then. Bye bye.
bye bye. Now we want to go all the way out to Mexico. Actually, we want to go out to Mexico and hear from an individual that's also doing a phenomenal job in the Mexico market. I know many of you know that Mexico was one of our recent countries we opened up, and obviously Mexico we opened up our office as well, and it's only been a few months, but I remember going down to Mexico, meeting Aurora Garcia. She came out to the first grand opening, she came out to the second events, and now she's literally going to the office doing the pop-ups, doing the meetings, sharing the products, doing her demos in Mexico as well. So, the beauty about our business doesn't matter what country you're in, doesn't matter what background you are, people are going out there and doing events, doing pop-ups, and sharing our product as well. So thank you, Aurora, for joining us. Let's go out to Mexico.
Hi, everybody. Thank you, Steve. Thank you. I'm really grateful and happy to share this testimony with all of you. So, my name is Aurora Garcia. I'm from Mexico City, and before Riemann, I work at business administration, more in accountable areas. And then I discovered Riemann because my passion for the Korean culture, the K-pop and K-dramas, and of course K-beauty. So I think the Instagram algorithm led me to one Steve's post. So I asked him, and then he invited me to one Riemann Revealed Zoom. And then I hear about the products. And what really caught my attention was about the energy water of Jeju. And then I said to myself, I need to try the products. So then I tried them, I understand, and also learn about the plan, the compensation plan. So after all of that, I said, yes, I belong here. So I want to be here. And I signed up. And when I asked to Steve what I have to do to make it work, and he told me you have to do K-pop ops. So at the beginning, of course, I was so nervous. I was kind of eh, I have fear to make mistakes, but also the mistakes make us improve, right? Make us learn. So every time I do a K-pop pop, I learn more, I practice more. So now, I mean, I'm not really a professional. I still learning, but I think it's more easy to me to make all the K-pop up. And then actually I gave I don't remember. I lost the count of how many K-pop ups I done, but what I can tell you is that it doesn't matter the place. I made K-pop ups at my home, at friends and families' houses, also um, in coffee shops, restaurants. I mean, every also as Steve mentioned in at the Rieman's office here in Mexico City. I mean, the place is not gonna stop me. Everywhere where I can have access to water is a good place to make a K-pop pop, right? So let me tell you something, an experience I had. One day, my daughter asked me to organize a K-pop pop with her friends, but I think the 13 years old girls, they are not going to buy me, or they are, I mean, they can sign up to Riemann, right? So I thought, why I don't make like a more endorsation, and then I invite the moms with the daughters, and we made a K-pop pop and mom and daughter session of K-beauty, etc. And there was a mom that I thought, and she was the least mom I think she could be interested. And guess what? She was more excited during the the session, and also she signed up. And right now she's my partner. I mean, she's a planner, and she's doing the business as well as we everybody here are doing. So what I want to say with this experience, my advice is make you have to do K-pop pops, right? Because it's so essential to our business, and also invite everybody. You have to invite everybody, and even you think, oh no, she's not gonna buy me, or maybe he's not interested. It doesn't matter. Don't prejudge. You have to share with everybody, and I think the K-pop pops is so essential. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Aurora Garcia. And I love the fact that you said that your daughter wanted to do a pop-up, but she's only 13 years old. And then but you guys did you guys did a daughter and mother pop-up joint together, and then your daughter's friend brought her mother in, and she was interested in signing up as well. So your daughter found your new business partner. That's pretty amazing. And like you
Yes,
said, the people that you thought that wouldn't do the business, that wouldn't sign up, are the ones that actually signed up. You didn't prejudge, right? That's the most important thing. And one good takeaway that I got from your sharing as well, and you guys heard Aurora saying, right? It's so important not to prejudge people. A lot of times when we do a pop-up, when we invite people to come try the products, to come learn about the business, we always have our thoughts and we think, oh, she's not gonna do it, he's not gonna do it, they're too successful, they're not into skincare, but you just don't know. You just don't know if they'll say yes or no. So the best thing that I got from Aurora was don't prejudge, right? Ask everybody, the people you think that will do it, they might not do it. And the people you think that won't do it will actually do it as well. So thank you so much, Aurora, for sharing that as well. We appreciate you. And I know that you're
thank you.
building out of Mexico, but you're also coming to Las Vegas next weekend as well.
Yes,
So we're looking forward to seeing you in Vegas. I know you and your Mexico team is coming to Vegas next week. So we'll see you in Vegas. Looking forward to seeing you over there as well. Next, we want to go out
Thank
to
you.
I believe she's currently in Singapore. We were just together in the Philippines, and we were building out in the Philippines. She's originally from Hong Kong and Canada, doing a phenomenal job. One of our top directors, really not hasn't really been with us for that long, but really going out there, making it happen, leading by example, leading from the front, and she's gonna be sharing with you guys some information and her testimony and sharing and tips for all of you that are. So let's go out to Singapore and welcome our good friend and leader, Sharon, to the call. Hello, Sharon.
Hello, thank you, Steve. So I'm Sharon, the director in Canada. How I actually know Raymond is from my friend Angela. She actually flew from Hong Kong to Vancouver, and she said, Sharon, well, she actually had this glowing face, skin when she come to Vancouver at that time. So I was like, oh, what are you using? She said, using Raymond. But then she said, come and join me on Raymond. Let's do things together. And I was like, no, because actually I'm in a luxury jewelry background, and I didn't want it to involve in skincare. I wasn't interested. But she said, because you organize amazing luxury events, can you just help me out on a facial party? So I did as a friend. I helped her out. So it started off with 4 people washing our face at our kitchen table. So it actually went like crazy far right now. We have a lot of people in our event every week. I could show you some picture later. And then now I'm actually doing a facial party in Canada, Hong Kong, Singapore, Malaysia, and hopefully we just did one in Philippines. So it just expanding all my facial party in every country right now. And also, what I like about Remon is that, to be honest, I have built a few brands on my own, but because Remon is everything is online now, you just share a link, and it's global business and very easy to duplicate, very simple. That's what I like about Remon. Apart from me building a brand on my own at the beginning, it's very tough. Now traditional business is very tough, so this Remon, I feel like it's very easy to do and I love it a lot. Um, Let me share some picture of my facial party. Um, Hold on a second. Here is a picture of me. Actually started with 4 people, and then now it became a lot. So we have almost like around 30 plus people every week. And I keep doing it consistently every week with my team in Canada, Vancouver. And this is a group of people in Canada where I started just facial party, and it gains more and more people in Canada. So those are all the people that I did it with facial party. Yeah. And then this is Singapore. I did a facial party in Singapore, and some of the setup that I did in all my, because I did luxury events, so I very particular of all the settings that I do, and this is kind of my little pop-up, the design and everything. And then there was some little bit more advance of my K-pop is the exhibition that we did in Hong Kong. So Angela and Dave did it all together with the whole team. So we built it a exhibition there, and we actually got quite a few of like head spa owners, like Medi Spa owners in the exhibition. So that was quite nice as well. But it's quite costly, but it's good experience as well. So I just want to share some tips of my facial party that I usually do in Canada is that just is as Mary said, give a really good experience. Like we're not about like selling product. We give a really good experience so that people can bring more friends to the events. So that is the key when I do a facial party. So then you will bring more and more friends and families, and you get more leads at the events. And also make sure you set those dates. Like a lot of people are just so scared of setting dates. Once you set that date, people will come. Even if there no one coming, you feel like, oh, okay, in those few days, how come no one signed up? Just do it. Like just set those days. People will keep asking on the last 1 or 2 days. They will come eventually. And then also, why we do like facial party is to group all the teams together, right? Because they also need practice. All the people need like practice on how to do facial party. Like people might be scared. So if you are grouping all your teammates, all the team leader, all the senior manager all together in one team, so you can also help each other. And how they see you do closing, how they see you do presentation. That's also very important to group everybody in one event. And also the last tips that I wanted to share is that if people don't show up, don't be upset about it. It's also a good training for your team as well. So yeah, it's just failing. I did like, even if I have a lot of experience in luxury events, I also fail a lot. I fail a lot, and then I learn and I change and I master my K pop up in Canada. Yeah, that's all I wanted to share. Thank you so much, Steve.
Thank you so much, Sharon, for that great sharing as well. And you are literally going out there and doing so many K-pop ups everywhere you go. And you guys heard her story, guys. She just started with just 4 of her friends in a kitchen table. And all they did was just share the products, started washing their faces. But from 4 people, look how big her organization became just from 4 people. And like she said, you don't have you got to set the date. Don't worry if people cancel, right? Don't worry if they don't show up. Don't worry too much about what other people think or they'll say yes or no. If they don't come to your pop-up, guess what? They're missing out. They're missing on the opportunity. You're not missing out, right? It's your pop-up, your business. And like she said, just go out there, make it simple, have people enjoy the event. You don't gotta pressure them to buy it. People come by for a good experience. And when people come by for a good experience, they're going to be more in tune to purchase or sign up or learn more about the business as well. And I know that she's right now going out there and really making it happen for so many people, and all of you that are working with Sharon in any market is super lucky to be working with such a top director with our company as well. So thank you, Sharon, for sharing that. I know you have a busy schedule, and I know you're also going to be at Las Vegas next weekend as well. So we'll see you in Las Vegas next week. Next individual we want to go out to is in Hong Kong. And this individual, guess what? He's not a female, it's a guy, and his name is Rocky. And he's a top team leader right now, and doing very strong volume this month, actually. Very, very strong volume. He's in the top 5, top 3 team leaders in open line production for the month of August. And when I see what he's been doing and how he's been going out there, really building a business, really building a business and distribution. And of course, yes, he saw the products, yes, he saw skincare, but he also saw the business opportunity for Riemann as well. And just like many of you that are on the call right now, many of you guys have your husbands, or maybe you have some guy friends, and maybe you're asking, hey, Steve, hey, Rocky, how do I recruit more guys into the business, right? How do I get more men into the business, right? Well, Mr. Rocky will be sharing with you guys some tips, some sharing as well, and he's going to go over a little bit about what he's been doing to, of course, help build his Riemann business as well. So we are going to go out to Hong Kong and welcome Mr. Rocky to the call. Hello, Rocky. I think Mr. Rocky, you're off video and you are on mute at the moment. Okay, he might not be here. He might be relogging back in. So we'll get back to Rocky in a second here. But before we go back to Rocky, let me introduce you guys to an individual that's also working with us. Let me just check if Rocky's back on. Okay, we'll skip Rocky now. We'll bring him up right after the next speaker as well. Let's go out to actually now Malaysia and welcome one of our team leaders, one of our newest team leaders in the Malaysian market. I remember meeting her just a few months ago, and when she was just hearing about Riemann, and her name is Zoraida, and she was, excited for the company, excited for the products, excited for Malaysia opening up. And she got started with us, became a team leader for Riemann, and now she's growing a large organization and team in the Malaysian market as well. And of course, we're so lucky to have her on the call as well. So let's look for Zoraida. Let's see here. All right, so we have Ms. Zoraida on the call now, and it's honored for her to see the value of Riemann. She's actually a very she owns multiple businesses, a very successful business owner as well, and as busy as she is owning businesses and gas stations, and she's a very successful lady. But she saw value in Riemann. She saw value in Riemann, loved the products. And now, one of our newest countries, which all of you know, is Malaysia. She's building out in Malaysia right now and really growing in a massive team out there as well. So we're so lucky to have her to share her background, her sharing testimony, and of course, we'll share with you guys some pictures as well. So without further ado, let's go out to Malaysia and welcome Zoraida to the call.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Steve. How are you?
Doing great, Zoraida. Good to see you on.
Thank you for having me today. So hello and good morning to everyone. My name is Zoraida. I'm based in Kuala Lumpur and I'm from Riemann Excise, Malaysia. I'm actually 54 years old, and I get to know this Riemann somewhere last year during my business trip in Korea. I was introduced to Riemann and was given a set of product to being tried. And I bring the product to Malaysia and only use it by, I think, end of December. And after a few weeks of using this, I found that this Riemann really helps me. And the most that I can see is the wrinkles under my eyes is lighten and lighten. That makes me so happy. And I also found that my face become brightened. And from that, I get to know Steve, and he told me about the plan, the business plan, everything. And I said to myself, why don't I try this product? And because I think I can see it can make money. So I start to introduce to friends of mine, and also I get them to try the product. So most of them is happy with the products, and then we start to expand to introduce to other friends as well. So, and of course, they also got the incredible results and makes them feel more confident. And that is how I start the K-pops up to others. So I start to gather friends, and the friends share with others, and we make a coffee session, we make a tea session, lunch, and sometimes we also having the party, the facial party that can make people get to know. We invite all the friends, and the friends invite other friends, and we after that our team become bigger. So that is how we start the K-pops here in Malaysia. And I love to do this session when sometimes you get to know other people as well. We get to know peoples, and we will peoples will invite others, and we become bigger. So I'm happy with this. My life now, it changed a lot of my life, and that is my story actually. So that's all, Steve.
Thank you so
Can
much,
you hear me,
Zoraida.
Steve?
Yes, thank you so much, Rida. And it's great to see that even in a Malaysian market, you're building out there with the Malay people, and they're loving the products, enjoying the products, and loving the Riemann Glow as well. And we know you're doing a lot of events and pop-ups also, all parts of Malaysia as well. And exciting to see so much great, things happening for, of course, you, your team, and everything you're doing out there as well. So it's amazing to see, guys. You can see even Zoraida, even though she's a busy businesswoman, She saw the value of Riemann. She saw the value of Riemann, loved the products, loved what it did for her, her skin, made her feel better. It made her feel younger, right? And when people feel good,
Yeah.
they do good, right? And that's how now she's on her way to, of course, becoming a director for the Malaysia market as well. So we look forward to seeing your promotion later on, Zoraida. Looking forward to seeing you again very, very soon in the Malaysian market. Now let's
Thank
go
you,
back
Steve.
out to, yeah, thank you so much, Zoraida. Now let's go back out to Hong Kong. Mr. Rocky had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we're back online with him right now. And as I mentioned earlier, even him as a guy, even though he's a busy guy, he's doing his business, but at the same time, guess what? He's also making it happen for Riemann as well. And we're lucky to have him on the call, and he'll be sharing some details and tips of how he's been growing his business. And also at the same time, as I mentioned earlier, he's our top right now team leader in open line production for the month, on his way to becoming a director as well. So without further ado, let's go out to Hong Kong and welcome Mr. Rocky to the call. Hello, Rocky. Rocky, and we just want to make sure that we are hearing you. Can't hear you, Mr. Rocky. Let's see here. Oh, okay, let me.
Oh,
There we go. Perfect.
there we go. Can you hear me? Hi there. Sorry about earlier. My connection was bad. So my name's Rocky. Thanks, Steve, for having me here. I reside in Hong Kong. Similar with Sharon, who shared earlier. My upline is Angela. I'm in Angela's team in Hong Kong. And I've been doing this with Riemann for about 9 months now, just a couple months after Angela. So how it all started was Angela's my business partner, and she introduced me to Riemann. And at the beginning, I was like, I'm too busy, not really interested. But since I have a biochemistry background, I said, I'll help you look through all the products, everything about Riemann, just to double check everything for you, basically. And I did that for her. And what I found was that the product ingredients were amazing. Everything was, pitched perfect. And the company had great collaborations with other top companies. So I basically went back to Angela and said, wow, this is great. Go ahead. And she went at the business for about 3 months. And what I saw was incredible. She was doing great. Her skin looked better. Her commission got better and better. And after 3-4 months, I was like, okay, maybe I should be starting this too. And I did. And right now, I regret not starting earlier, because a 3-4 months difference is, with me and her, it's director and team leader at the moment. And if I had started earlier, it might have been different. And the timing is very important. That's my point. Anyway, so back to K-pop-up. We do so many K-pop-ups in Hong Kong. And what we do a lot is what we call right now Super Wednesday. We actually started this when the Hong Kong office haven't even started yet, back in around July, August last year. At the time, it was just a rental office. Like a lot of people who shared, it was just very small, maybe 4 or 5 people. And we did that. And we shared Riemann. We pitched everything, introduced Riemann to everyone. And because of that, I had so much training with talking to other people, which was great, like many have shared. Practice is very important. Practice on how to talk about the products, practice on how to communicate with people. And right now, we have our meetings have grown to about 40, 50, maybe 60 people every Wednesday, which is great. And it's also very, very good for the entire team, because everybody can bring their prospect there, and we group and we have fun. We talk about Riemann, and we've built so many senior managers and team leaders already, which is really, really great. And another thing is, I find that in these K-pop-ups, what we do, our lineup is we do a explanation, we do a sharing, and then we do a mask demo, like with our collagen mask. We actually find a model on top. We do a demo, show everyone the difference, half-face difference, and then we talk a little bit about the business plan, and then we close. It's actually very simple. But what I found is that it's very important to talk to people and get them to you need to understand. The thing about these K-pop-up is, instead of you talking to someone one-on-one, you're giving them your perspective, right? One perspective. But in these K-pop-ups, there's they're listening to so many people talk about Remon, and they're getting so many different perspective on Remon that it's so much easier to trigger them. I call it trigger because I always find that everyone's interested in something, and that trigger, it could be anything. Could be price, could be result, could be the business, could be just an opportunity because their job is in danger right now. It could be anything. That's why we so hit these triggers and get them interested in Remon. That's one of the things I find that's best with our K pop-ups right now. And we do a lot of them. We do Wednesday, we do Friday, and yeah, so Angela's has doing very, very well. And I really encourage everyone to start their own K pop-ups, whether it's facial parties or sharings or just any sort of events, having fun. It could be anything. Even on a small scale basis, grow that into something much bigger. It's one of the key steps in how to get being successful in Remon. So yeah, Steve, that's my sharing for today. So thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Rocky. We appreciate it. And then you guys just heard that, one key thing that Rocky stated is, during the pop-ups, right? During the pop-ups is where they get to hear other people's perspectives, right? Which is a key thing in making someone say yes to the business opportunity, right? If we're just having a one-on-one, I'm hearing your perspective about Remon. But when I come to a pop-up, and I see other individuals with all the different backgrounds. I meet doctors and lawyers and teachers and housewives and students and people from all backgrounds doing Remon, and they're sharing of why they love it. One person loves the products. One person loves the fact that they're looking younger. One person loves making money, right? And it's some interest and some topic they hear at a pop-up, and that's when they go, you know what, I'm in. Then that's how they say yes. That's why the events are powerful when you get people together, because it opens up people's perspective to things that they wouldn't even recognize, right? So thank you, Rocky, for sharing that. It's such a good point, and we appreciate your leadership with the company. And I know that you're on a mission right now to end the month strong for August as well. So thank you so much, and congratulations to you and your team as well. And next, we want to go from Hong Kong to Malaysia, and now introduce you guys to one of our first Remon Excess directors from the Malaysia market. When Malaysia was just about to open up, she heard about the opening. She went running, and literally she's been on fire, literally going from city to city to city in Malaysia right now. Became the first director for the Excess organization in Malaysia. She's leading by example with her and her partner. Her team's on fire. She has produced many, many team leaders, and she's just days and weeks away from becoming a senior director for the Malaysia market as well, and becoming the first senior director for Malaysia. So without further ado, let's go out to Malaysia and welcome our top director, Aki, to the call. Hello, Aki. Thanks for joining us today. Let me there we go.
Yeah. Hi, morning everyone. My name is Aki, director from Malaysia. Let me share my screen. Yes, hello. Can you hear me?
You're good.
Okay. So before Remon, I was a businesswoman in beauty industry for 20 years and also a full-time mom. I was always searching for something that could give me both freedom and impact. So when I come across Remon, I didn't know at that time how big this would be, how this would become. But very soon I realized this is not just skincare. This is a business simple enough for anyone to do and powerful enough to change lives. So I want to share a little bit about my journey. I became team leader in just 7 days. In 4.5 months, I achieved Malaysia Access first director. In just half a year, my team grew to over 2,500 people. And why I choose Remon? At first, I choose Remon because it's not just a business. It's a freedom, both time and financial freedom. And I always say, I'm not telling people this is direct selling. I tell them this is a Korea #1 skincare brand, because when people use the product, they fall in love. And naturally, they want to join. This is the simple and the most beautiful business I've ever done. Just share out and just wait for the harvest. So one of the bigger turning point for me has been running K-pop ups. When people come to a K-pop ups, they don't just hear about the products, they feel it, they can try it on their skin, they can experience the energy of the team, and also they can see the opportunity lives. That feeling is very powerful. For example, at one of our recent K-pop ups. Actually, I just got back to KL last night from another state for a K-pop up. So I have new customer who try the product and feel immediate the result and sign up right away and bring back the products that I brought over. Okay, so even more exciting, I had partner who brought their friends, and after experiencing the event, those friends enroll as new planner on the spot, and we have two new senior manager or three for just 2 days K-pop up. And my partners once host a K-pop up last 2 weeks ago, and guess what happened? On that very day, one person she signed up 6 senior manager in one go. So you hear me right, 6. That's the power of action. The result will be beyond our imaginations. So K-pop have helped me grow my business much faster. They also give new people the belief that I can do this too, and can give existing partner more confidence to keep building together with us all together. In fact, every single time after K-pop up, my team grows stronger, and not just more customer and more join in, and also more momentum, so we can learn together, having fun and share together every week. So I will show you guys so this is the PJ. This is our very first K-pop up event for Mother's Day. So we will have some special activities. This is our very first K-pop up event. So all together, we can learn together and having fun together. This is in Kuching. And also KL. Ipoh. And also the Singapore. This is what I love the most. My team and I have been organizing all kinds of K-pop up events, from a Mother's Day K-pop up to even a pickleball K-pop up. So we go to different places to share, remind, and let people try the products. At the very beginning, not many people show up, but slowly more and more started joining us. So now in September, we are planning a 40-person K-pop ups in September. So today, my encouragement today is keep doing the right things. At first, you might not see the result, but stay consistent and you will see it grow. Trust the process, trust the product, because everyone who use Riemann will really love it. I believe it, and many will eventually join us. I have no direct selling experience with no special background. So if I can become team leader in 7 days, director in 4.5 months, and grow a team around 2,500 in just half a year, then I believe all of you can also create amazing result. So let's lead by example. Let's keep duplicating, and let's grow close strong together. So today, this is my sharing. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you so much, Aki, for sharing that. We appreciate you for sharing your wisdom and sharing just truly amazing of what you've been able to complete and what you've been able to show for everybody, for the community as well. And it's so amazing how, you don't come from the industry. You don't come from the direct sales industry. You just were just loving K-beauty, and you are going out there and telling everybody, hey, not direct sales. This is just the #1 K-beauty company from South Korea. And just that alone, people were gravitated by your energy. People were gravitated by the skincare. People were gravitated by the business. And they saw value because people know right now, of course, K-beauty is on the rise, the gold standard. And to get a chance to work with the #1 K-beauty company and be a chance to be able to actually make some money in this, why would they say no? And that's how even some of your team members signed up 6 senior managers. 6 guys. You guys heard that, right? She signed up 6 senior managers like this after the K pop-ups, and just shows you what's possible. When you're building Remon and you're going out there and you're speaking vision, sharing with people, letting them know where you're coming from, and you're doing events and pop-ups, and you see how you could do different activities for pop-ups or to make it fun and engaging. People want to be a part of that. People want to be a part of a fast movement just like this. And it's just so amazing to see Aki, becoming a team leader in her first 7 days, becoming a director, now leading an organization with her and a partner with over 2,500 members as well. So a lot of excitement happening in Malaysia and Singapore. Thank you, Aki, for your leadership. We appreciate your friendship and we appreciate everything you do for the XS organization. Next, we want to go out to now back to the States and welcome now, introduce you guys to one of our directors from Las Vegas. We were just out together in the Philippines. She just got back home because obviously we just opened up the Philippines market. And, I remember meeting Marissa also for the very first time. And when she first got started, she was coachable, she was teachable. She wanted to have a very fast success story. She became a team leader right away as well. Now becoming a director, leading a movement here in the States, as well as the Philippines and other countries as well. And we're so lucky to have her as one of our leaders. So without further ado, let's go out to Las Vegas and welcome Dr. Marisol and Director Marisol to the call. Hello, Marisol. Thank you for joining us this morning. You are on mute. Let me just get you off mute.
Am I mute?
Hello,
Steve. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Thank you for having me here tonight. So amazing to hear from all these wonderful leaders. I am Marisol Young. I am dialing in from Las Vegas, and I am a director with Remon. And my background, I'm in the medical profession. I'm a surgeon in the Philippines, but after I moved to the States, I transitioned to medical aesthetics. I do have a clinic here in Las Vegas, and like I said, I'm doing Remon now. I was introduced to Remon about 2 years ago by a good friend of mine who's a nurse. And then she called me and said, "Hey, doc, there's this amazing skincare I want to share with you that you should try and you should, promote." And, I'm very ill in the fact that I have to know everything, right? So I did my research. I said, let me do my research first and try the product, before I put my name behind it, right? So I did. And after 5 days, it changed my face, right? So right then and then, I knew this is a product I can work with. So I called her right away and I said, I want to be a senior manager. Okay, I became a senior manager day one, became a team leader 4 weeks later, and became a director a little over a year later. Okay, a lot of people might be wondering, why are you doing Remon, right? Why? I mean, you're in the medical field, you're in the aesthetic industry, and I will tell you this: I guess being in the medical field, where time is not a lot to spare, right? So I'm craving for something that I can do, and I can dictate my time while still making good enough money to earn a living for my family. So I've always been a fan of direct sales. However, I've known a lot of direct sales, and I tell you this: when I met Remon, I knew after going through the products, the compensation, I knew without a doubt that this is the best I've seen yet. Okay, and the timing is perfect because at the time it was only 4 years. It was only 4 years, 4 months in Las Vegas, and it's still new, and now it's open to 9 countries. Okay, so when it comes to the pop-ups, so I would say pop-ups really, really help grow my business. Okay, when I first joined Remon, I just moved here. I moved here June. I joined Remon July, and I started senior manager in August, right? But anyway, so our pop-ups it's a mixture. It could be, pop-ups could be one-on-one. It could be a few people, small group people, or it could be a big group of people. How we did it in Vegas is we always collaborated. My senior managers and my leaders, we collaborated and do like a big event, and then where we help each other, right? We invite all our people, we help each other. And then what we do, we usually, of course, you just for when they come in, you just, kind of chit chat and, learn about your guests, right? And then after that, we present for like maybe 15-20 minutes, and then just keep it simple. Because the way I do it, we keep it really simple, because at the end of the day, you don't want them, I don't want them drinking from a fire hose. Okay. And after that, we do a demo together, right? And after that, then we just close. So personally, what I do when I do pop up, I observe, right? I do give the information that's needed, but I do observe as well. Okay. And I talk to them based on what they're looking for. If they're looking for solution to a problem, I talk to them about the products. When they're looking for additional source of income, talk to them about the business. I basically sort them out, and not that it's not like, yeah, I put them in a basket, but not to discriminate or anything like that. But it's just a way for me to know how to talk to them. Okay, how can I effectively share Riemann to them? Okay. And I kid you not, when we first started, when I first started, all of them joined senior manager, because normally, they see the value of it, right? But there are some, but we always over invite, because 50% of the time, 50% don't show up, right? And there was also one time when we even had this whole place, a theater, that nobody showed up. But guess what? We still keep on going. You know why? Because eventually, you know, it will catch fire, and you just keep on going. And honestly, when you know that your product is good, and what your company, what you're offering is amazing, you won't be shy in sharing them, right? When you're offering a Ferrari, you know the value. Now, another thing, a few tips and tricks, I would say this. I know that seeing all this K pop up, some of you may be so excited. Some of you may be intimidated. I will tell you this: do not be intimidated. Okay, there's no right or wrong pop up. There's no right or wrong way of doing pop up. It's what best suits you. Okay, it could be in your kitchen table. It could be in your dining table. It could be your backyard. It could be your clubhouse. It doesn't really matter. What matters the most in doing pop up is connecting with people. Okay, it's ultimately people who will join you will be the ones who you connected with. So basically, it's how you made them feel in a pop-up, right? How you made them feel. And don't make it confusing, because for me, I speak simply, because confused minds don't buy. And last but not the least, I tell my team, just be resilient. So that's what I do. No matter, I've been through a lot in being 2 years with Riemann, but I will tell you, all this pop up that I did just made me become better and better at it. Okay. At the end of the day, if your words cannot, for me, if my words cannot convince someone, I let the products speak. Okay. And I guess that's it, Steve, because everything else was said already. So thank you so much for letting me share. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Maricel, Director Maricel, for sharing that. Your words of wisdom, just truly amazing to see that, how she talks about when she meets with the people, she connects with them, right? And such an important part of doing the business, that understanding that we are in the people business, right? So yes, they're coming to try the products out. Yes, they're coming to learn about the business, but what else is important? It's about connecting with the person, like Maricel said. She says she connects with them, right? And she sorts the room and sees who's interested in the business, who's interested in the customer part, right? And that's such an important thing to do. Another thing she said was, there's no such thing as a perfect pop-up. You could be at your kitchen table where you eat food and letting them try the products out. It could be at your dining table. Yes, you saw pictures earlier with Marisol with bigger events. Of course, that's not happening every single day. That's only once in a while. When you start building a team later on, you will have your own events later on. You'll be able to do your own big events. But in the beginning, all you're doing is sharing the products, sharing the business, and that's all you're doing. And doing those pop-ups and having fun along the way as well. Thank you so much, Director Marissa, for sharing your words of wisdom with us. And we're excited, of course, to see you in Vegas. And we know that you and your team in the Philippines right now is on fire. And we're going to see so many so many more promotions coming up very, very soon as well. Next, we want to go out to South Korea and go out to Busan, South Korea, and welcome Eunice to the call, where she's going to be going over and diving deep into some product training. She's going to give you some tips and tricks on how to use the products, apply the products, and get a little better understanding about a product as well, which, of course, all of us on the call want to be more knowledgeable, of course, of using the products. Because at the end of the day, when you become more knowledgeable, it's easier for you to share. And when it's easier for you to share, you speak better, and you speak well in confidence as well, right? So understand it's great to learn about the products right now, learn it, apply it, and share it. And let's welcome Eunice to the call. Thank you, Eunice, for joining us, and happy to have you.
Hello, everyone. Eunice here. I'm dialing in from Korea. And thank you for the great introduction, Mr. Steve. I'm in a rush at the moment, to be honest. So I'm gonna make it short for today, and then we can maybe share more deep in dive about the product maybe next time. About the how to. Actually, I'm planning on having a training about how to consult for all the reactions that people are getting, because that's the common questions that I'm getting from all around the world. So today I'm going to just share about the product and how it works and how it benefits for people. So like all the leaders said, hip pop-up, it has to make it simple and easy so everybody can duplicate, and you don't have to be the expert about explaining all these products. You don't have to say like big words, and you have to make it simple and easy so like the first grade in the elementary school can understand and say the same thing to his mother. So I love to make it simple and easy, and so everybody can remember. So like people who comes to your pop-up and already kind of overwhelmed looking at all the bottles lined up and 7, 8 products and sometimes 9. Like I never tried that many products in my lifetime, and like I'm not sure if I can follow you guys. And I just always say, hey, Korean skincare is super simple, just cleansing, hydration, and protection. We just do it multiple times. And if you understand, once you understand why we need double cleansing and double hydration and triple protection, and once people understand the logic and how it benefits your skin, people will follow. So just cleansing, and people just using like saying, hey, just recommend me one cleanser, just recommend me one hydration moisturizer and one protection. But don't force them to buy them, and just explain how it works. So like, for example, the oil cleanser, we all know how important oil cleanser is. Oil puts oil, and like your sunscreen, foundation, and your makeup, and even your sebum. We're a human being, so we just constantly, our pores just proceed all the oils throughout the day. And even though you don't wear sunscreen, you all need oil cleanser to remove all your blackhead and whitehead, and you don't want to build up all the sebums and oil into your pores and build up and turns into black and white and make your skin bumpy. So our oil cleanser is super great, and I always recommend, if someone asks me, hey, just recommend me with 1 or 2 products to you start using it, I always go for cleanser, because nobody else, like no one else, like including myself, I never ever experienced like wow after using the cleanser, but our cleansers do. So the products are great. All other products out there, maybe you can just go to duty-free shop or department store or where Sephora, wherever you find all these high-end products. You just check on their ingredients, and you can just find out. You can just scan in and ask ChatGPT if this product contains mineral oil or not, and probably 99% of probability all those oil cleansers includes mineral oil, because mineral oil, it sounds very healthy and beneficial, but it's not. It just clogs your pores, and it causes more skin irritations. It does not give like perfect cleansing. But our product has like natural oil, as you can see all of here. So the ingredients are natural, so it does not clog your pores, or it does not cause any irritations onto your skin. It gently removes your dead skin cells and your oil-based impurities from your skin. But just you have to know how to use it properly. Some people just use it, with dirty hands, dirty, wet hands, just pump the oil on their hands and just start rubbing it and wash it off. That's not the proper way to use it. You have to always wash your hands before you just whatever, before you touch your face, wash your hands thoroughly with soap and dry your hands. And on your dirty, dry face, you have to pump onto oil cleanser and gently rub it. You don't have to push it hard. You don't have to go like crazy massage on it. Just less than 1 minute. You have to finish it at less than 1 minute and just apply it, gently massage it. And this is the most important part. You have to emulsify. Emulsify means you have to melt the oil with water. So add some water and start rubbing and massaging it. That's the most important part. If you miss this process, means you're just putting more oil into your pores, and nobody wants that, right? So have some water and gentle massage, and until everything, all your oil turns into milky texture, milky and white, and then you just massage it, especially the area that you have blackheads and whiteheads on. And also, I'm wearing waterproof mascara, and also our oil cleanser itself, it just removes oil waterproof mascara as well. So using enough water and lukewarm water. You don't have to use hot water. And just lukewarm water is the best for your skin. Lukewarm water, emulsify, and then gently, and then just wash it off. Just rinse it off with lukewarm water, and then you don't feel any grease feeling after washing it off. And also the snow engine cleanser. And some people ask me, so um, this is kind of very sensitive part of sharing it, because what I learned about the product is everything I learned is from like Rimmon Korea product training team. So like what I realized is what we got to share from like Rimmon North Korea is a bit different information. So I don't know, maybe I'm not pretty sure, but it's okay to use powder wash every day and night. So because and Riemann website also it says like use it 2-3 times a week. But I always recommend to use a cleanser for day and night and every day, because throughout the night, just while you're sleeping, still your skin and your pores proceed oils, and you got all the dust from your pillows and your blanket and from the air, so your still skin gets dirty throughout the night without you not doing anything, just by sleeping it. So you need cleanser day and night. And if you have 3 different cleansers like snow enzyme, I recommend to use snow enzyme in the morning, or morning and powder wash and oil cleanser and snow enzyme for night care. So always for the night care cleansing, the reason I explain so much about cleansing is the cleansing is the most crucial part. Cleansing is the most important part. I always say, if you even though you get the best paint in the world, if your canvas is dirty, you cannot get the best results. So always like pay more attention, pay more time, and intentionally you have to be obsessed with the cleansing. So you can use like snow enzyme cleanser for morning care, and all these 3 cleansers for night care. So you can go through like triple cleansing or double cleansing it. So the way how do you use snow enzyme is very important too. Some people say, hey, I don't get any foams bubbled up and formed up, and I don't see any snow like the foamy foam. So you have to use it, of course, on your dry hand, clean dry hand, and your like wake up face. It has to be dry. So you just gently apply the snow enzyme on your dry face and just give it some time. Just wait for it. Then you can feel the gentle foam start forming, and you can literally hear the sound. The enzyme, all the enzyme turning into gentle foam, and wait for it and add some water and start massaging it and wash it off. And I have so many customers who's a guy, I cannot do like with my skin, and I don't want to use bar soap anymore. Just recommend me one something. Then I always go for snow enzyme. I just realized I never get shaved on my face, so I don't know. But those testimonial from my male customers saying if you use snow enzyme replacing your shaving foam, they said they don't need to use the aftershave. That's what I get from all those people. So it's good to recommend for guys using it for as a shaving foam and as a cleanser as well. So you can just use it in the day, and of course for night for triple cleansing it. See, I don't never ever so far mention any ingredients, because it's the ingredients you can just go for the website and you can find what's inside it. You don't have to list everything. Just make it easy and simple, like how it works and why we need it. So all those cleansers like powder wash, and one thing make sure you have to make sure, I get so many questions, like so many DMs like, oh, my customer just use a powder wash and she has like burning sensation and she just feels it's very itchy. There's always common mistake that people make is, because it gives you exfoliating effect. So people just misunderstand the powder foam itself will do all the exfoliation. So they just don't like dissolve 100% of the powder, and they just put the powder onto their face and start rubbing it. I know our product is super gentle and mild, but once you start rubbing the product onto your skin, of course it gives you scratches, the fine scratches. You cannot even see it, but your skin gets damaged. And once your skin is damaged, whatever product you apply, it gives you like tingly feeling or itchy or like burning sensation, whatever the irritation is. So just make sure whenever you share the product with your customer and partners, make sure have them 100% dissolve onto your hand and use the foam. Foam is the thing that it cleanses, it removes all the impurities from your skin. So make sure have a gentle foam, use the foam and put the foam onto your face and give a gentle massage and rinse it off. Or one time in a week, you can just leave the foam onto your face, let it dry, have another round of foam onto your face, then let it dry, and have another layer, maybe 2 3 layers, and let it dry, and gently rubbing it with wet water, with wet hands, and add a little bit of water and gently massage it and wash it off. Then you will see amazing results like deep cleansing. So once you have a deep cleansing, you will have better absorption, and your absorption time will get shorter, and you see better results right next day, next morning. And next, we use hydration. So I always, when I shared the product, I always have them have set your products, your cleansers and oil mist and calming gel into your sink, on your sink, not in your vanity table or like in somewhere else. You set your cleansers and double hydration, which is oil mist and calming gel, into your sink. So right after cleansing, you don't want to let your face dry. We just take a shower, have like our body cream and whatever we do. It will take 3 to 5 minutes without putting anything on your face, and we don't want that. Our skin has to be always 24/7, has to be hydrated. So leave your oil mist in your sink, and right after cleansing, you start spraying it. So all our skin, also our scalp and our hair, it has better absorption when it's damp. So you don't have to dry your face. When your skin is still like wet, damp, and apply the product for better absorption and better results. So as you can see, Too Faced Oil Mist, it says protect. And also it's hydration part too. So I just change the order of the slides a little bit. So protect means after all your makeup, you can just gently spray like 1 or 2 sprays lightly onto your face, because it literally protects your skin from the air out. We have so much pollution out in the air, so you also call it Too Faced Oil Mist is another layer of protection, like another invisible mask that protects your skin. So make sure you shake it before you apply it, and make sure don't spray like too far from your skin, because you don't want to waste any product of it, right? So how I do is I always get close to my face and just spray it and use my hand and gently apply it. And next is Calming Balance Gel. I know it's so good. And another common questions that I'm getting is, oh, Eunice, it takes too long for the Calming Balance to get absorbed. And this people just apply it and just wait for the absorption. So this one product, Calming Balance Gel, is the one product you have to massage, and you have to massage in until everything is absorbed and until all the gold flakes is melted. So make sure gently massage enough, everything is absorbed. And I always tell them, like mention, it has 8 different types of sizes of hyaluronic acid, and it keeps hydration for 72 hours once you apply it. So it's a good point, and it gives amazing soothing and calming effects. And our hero product, Booster Serum and Cream. As you can see, the slide says apply the booster and like leave it a few minutes to wait for absorption. So I tried every way. So everybody's skin is different. Everybody's regimen and their routine will be different. I tried, have to have booster and wait for the absorption serum and wait for the absorption other layer booster. I tried that way, but how I use it and how I introduce product, how to use it is booster serum and booster without any term, like, any gap of time. It just apply it. So the reason we apply a booster first is it penetrates, it opens up all the way. It's just like prep. Your skin needs the preparation to absorb all the ingredients. So spray booster, and you don't have to wait for absorption. And you have another layer of serum, which is like thicker and heavier than the booster. So this serum needs another like activator. So having another layer of booster, so the booster is the quickest product, the product that it goes deep into your skin, so it will help the absorption of the serum, which is like heavier. And then after you use cream on top, but you can just skip the cream in the morning. It really depends on the climate, on the environment. If you're in a very wet, humid climate, and it might be too heavy, you might feel too heavy to wearing cream in the day. So how I do is I skip cream in the morning. I just put crazy amount, like how thick it's like cream cheese on bagel. That much thick of cream onto my face. I just go to sleep, and the next morning you try it, and you will see the results. And you never chip on product. It's investment for your skin. If you want to be a walking billboard without saying a word, hey, are you interested in K beauty? Without you are asking those sentences, this question, people would ask you. People just come up to you and looking at you, and oh wow, I like your skin. Like you have Korean glasses skin. What's your secret? If you want that kind of question, please try to use the product like generous amount onto your skin, and you see the results, and you are gonna be the walking billboard. So the cream, I always say, like, if you guys on my in events or pop-ups, you all know, like I always call it, booster serum is a natural Botox. The more you use Boo, and the more elasticity and the more glow you can have. And we also have a clinical data. One time you do Boo and another round of Boo, right, back to back Boo, after the second Boo, your skin moisture level like went up 42% or something like that. So the more Busebo you do, the more glow on the better useful skin you can get. And also the cream, I always say it's natural filler cream. The more cream that you put on your skin, the firmer skin that you can get. The collagen mask, usually literally I'm using it every day because like these days my schedule is crazy. I'm traveling, I'm flying every day, and I don't get too much of sleep. Those times, if you lack of your sleep, you need your beauty sleep. You lack of your sleep, your skin doesn't do much. So how I do is I always use, and for the night care, I try this collagen mask in the morning and night, before makeup, after makeup, to compare how it works. I tried it every way, but for me the best results is using right after oil mist and calming gel, and I put the collagen mask and do Busebu 2-3 times and put lots of cream on it. The next day you just feel the results, and right after, and you can feel the difference. And always, you want to pinpoint, like we are the only collagen melting mask that has nothing else but collagen, 100% collagen and radiosome. And I just want to make sure it's not oil-based product. And in the US side, people keep saying it's oil-based. I just double triple check with Riemann Korea corporate team. It's not oil-based. Radiosome is water-based, but it's, we just did it capsulized like 3 times. It has more, like 3 times, like more complicated process than the dermatology line. So it has better absorption. Some people say like Radiance cream is too rich. Some people say it's like lighter than the dermatology cream. Of course, those two creams have different texture. Dermatology cream is more like buttery, and Radiance cream is more watery, right? So people say, for me, radiance cream is too rich. But people who is over 50 and 60, they just love it because it's simple. Just toner, ampoule, and cream. It's easier to use, and it's very. They say it's light. But for me, it's too like rich. But so I don't recommend Radiance Line to in their whoever who is in 20s, but like at least like 30 in the late 30s or over 40. It's good to recommend, and also radiosum is good for like her hyperpigmentation. Also the ampoule is highly concentrated, so one droplet, just one drop is of the amount is for your entire face. So um if it's like too rich, it's too much ingredients goes into your skin, you might break out too. So you really have to talk to the planner or the person who introduced the product, the radiance product. And also, it works great on hyperpigmentation. I like my melasma always like going back and forth and back and forth. So once you have the sunspots and melasma like showing, then you can use like your cotton pad and wet your cotton pad with toner and ample, just put it on the spots that you have hyperpigmentation, wherever that is, leave it on like a mask pack and for 10-15 minutes and just remove it. Of course you can see the results the next day. Of course it just fades away. It's just like a little bit fades, but you have to be consistently doing it if you have severe melasma or like sunspots, whatever that you have, and you keep using it, and you will see the amazing results. And so this is the ampoule, the cream, and also some people just mix up some products. So trust me, I have a like huge bottle and like mix up all the products and mix in here and there. And I stopped doing it now because I just realized, each product has its own properties and it benefits you. So you can just, if you want to mix a little bit here and there, but I don't really recommend doing it. And if you want to have all those like comments, oh, your skin looks great, and oh, what's the secret? And people love to spray oil mist after they make up, but I always spray our setting spray or the booster. If you spray too much of oil mist on top of your makeup, your face might look like too oily. And stick balm, it's good to carry like everywhere. You can use it on your under eye, your smile line, on your chapped lips and your elbows, dry heels, and like on your neck wrinkles. And it's good to sell, and it's good to carry, and good to use. And if um especially when you have a like long flight. And sunscreen, we have clinical data that it drops 2 Celsius down into your skin temperature, so it gives you instant cooling effect. And also the texture is super light, and it does not give you any white cast, and it's good to wear for everybody. So this is all I can share for today. Maybe next time I can prepare like more better and can take more questions about the product as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Eunice, for sharing your product training as well. We appreciate all your knowledge and everything you do, of course, for the Access organization. You guys heard a lot of great tips that Eunice went over with the double cleansing, right? The proper hydration, proper protection as well. And, learning, you're not going to learn everything one time. You're not going to learn that 2 times or 3 times. The way that you learn is you keep on coming to trainings like this. You apply the products, you do it yourself, and you learn along the way. When I first started as well, there was many steps. I was confused, right? But over time, I got to know how to do it. Over time, I got to learn how to share with other people. So the only way you get better at this is just by doing more. And we appreciate Eunice going over the products as well. And next and final thing that I'm going to share with you guys is um, this is some information I'm going to be sharing at the Riemann convention. I'm not going to share everything with all of you guys today because I'm going to be speaking on stage at convention, but I'll just share with you guys just a few slides I'll be sharing at the Riemann convention, right? And my topic during Riemann convention, I know some of you won't be in Vegas and some of you will be in Vegas, but for the ones that are not going to be there, my topic, and of course the ones that are going to be there, is going to be how to duplicate a K pop-up culture, okay? And the first thing you want to understand is you got to understand, what is a K pop-up? What is a K pop-up, right? If I asked you, what is a K pop-up, right? K pop-up is pretty much a home-based or location-based event. And at the pop-up, what are you doing? You're introducing Riemann products and the business opportunity, right? And you keep it simple, duplicatable, you have a social presence, high energy, and it's held at homes, cafes, spas, offices, salons. That's what a K pop-up is, okay? Now, why does K pop-ups work? Number one, it's a low barrier to entry. Anyone can host. Think about it. All of us live somewhere, right? All of us have a home. All of us have an apartment or a house, or we're living somewhere. And so I know sometimes you don't want to invite people to your house because you have a very, very small apartment. Maybe you're kind of shy, intimidated by your place. Let me tell you something. That's where you are right now. But a year, 2 years from today, you'll be moving out. Once you become director, senior director, national director, you'll be moving out of that small apartment. So don't worry too much about where you are today. Know that where you're going, right? It's more about where you're going, sharing the vision, right? So anybody can host a pop-up, which works. You don't have to rent out huge hotels and event centers and spend thousands of dollars. You don't have to. You could do it at your home, do it at a coffee shop, you could do it at a Starbucks, you could do it anywhere. It's free to do, but anyone can do up and do it. And of course, when people come to the pop-up and try the product out, guess what happens? It builds belief, right? It builds a belief through a personal experience. And also what happens when guests comes, you convert them to customers or planners from product testing as well. And at the same time, you train new partners by showing and not just telling, right? You guys heard always when growing up, show and tell, show and tell. Right? It was never tell and show, right? It was you show first and then tell, right? And you doing the demonstration, you having new people at the pop-ups, that's how they learn, of course, how to do a business, right? Let me share with you guys one story, right? Some of you that know the McDonald's story, okay? The McDonald's story where McDonald's first got started in California, right? And why duplication wins, right? See, think about it. All of us on the call have ate at McDonald's before, right? We've all had a cheeseburger or maybe a Big Mac or a quarter pounder, right? Whatever you guys like, right? But can we also agree on this call that if I went to your house, can you make me a better burger than McDonald's? Right? Most likely, you could probably cook me a better burger. I can go to Marisol's house in Vegas. She can set up a barbecue and she'll make me a nice burger. If I go to Malaysia or Singapore, anywhere in the world, you guys can make a better burger, a juicier burger than McDonald's. But why does McDonald's sell so many burgers, even though you can make better burgers? Because why? McDonald's isn't the best burger, it's the best system. Okay, it's the best system. Every McDonald's runs the same way in every country. It's clear, it's consistent, it's a global success. Same thing with your K-pop as well. If I go to your K-pop up in Vancouver, in Montreal, in Toronto, in New York, in LA, in Texas, in Manila, in Singapore, in Korea, wherever I go, it should feel the same. When you could duplicate a pop-up over and over again, you're eventually going to create a system. That's why what's so important for all of you today is this. Some of you are working hard, and that's great. Some of you are brand new. You haven't done any pop-ups yet. You're about to do your first one. You're about to do your second one. But as you build your business, remember this. Always remember, you're not going to be trying to do a pop-up for the rest of your life. Your goal is to create a pop-up where it could be duplicatable. Okay. Your goal is to duplicate it. You don't want to make it so fancy where people cannot duplicate it. You want to do something where it's duplicatable. And there's 5 parts to a framework for a duplicated K-pop. First one is a simple setup. Table, products, mirrors, headbands, hand towels, phone pods, right? Whatever it is, simple, simple, simple. Next, once the setup is done, you start with your personal story. Hey, my name is Steve. I was first introduced to Riemann 2.5, 3 years ago. At first, I was a little bit hesitant. At first, I was nervous getting involved in a skincare company. But when I learned about the company, when I learned about the products, and when I saw amazing changes by using the products and sharing with other people, I got blown away. And when I saw the compensation plan, I got blown away as well. And I got started. All of you, when you do a pop-up, start with your personal story. Share with people where you came from and how you got started as well. Then after the story, what do you want to do? Go into the product demonstration, right? Let guests feel, touch, and apply the product. This is where the magic happens. The whole experience happens during the demonstration. Afterwards, go into the opportunity overview, right? Talk about it, maybe 15 minutes tops. Talk about the vision, talk about exclusivity, talk about the ingredients comp plan, and then call to action. You always have to have the call to action. Afterwards, you got to get people to join your team or sign up as a customer. Hey guys, all right, we're all done now. Let me teach you how to register and sign up. Let me teach you how to create an account. Let me teach you how to order. Let me teach you how to go manage a senior manager. Put people to the side. Ask them, hey, do you want to be a manager, senior manager? Do you want to be a manager, senior manager, right? Give them 2, 3 options. That's it. Manager, senior manager, right? Don't give them 100 options. Give them 2 options. Do you want to be a manager or senior manager, right? If they can't do senior manager, manager, planner, you could break down the details in a bit, right? But you have to have a call to action. You don't want to just do a great pop-up. People join the products and you go, hey guys, see you next time, and everyone goes home and you didn't sign anybody else up, right? So you got to make sure that you have a call to action and get people registered. Hey guys, take out your phones. Let me teach you how to register, right? Go to remon.com. Here's the link. You go sign up here, press continue, press individual, sign up, register. And guys, you guys see the starter kits, right? Choose your starter kits, right? Their planner. And then guess what? If somebody buys a business pack, goes manager, senior manager, congratulate them. Oh my gosh, congratulations, Aki. She just became senior manager. Congratulations, Dr. V became. Congratulations, Eunice. We just have a brand new senior manager, and let everybody know in the room. Because why? If one person starts buying, the second person starts buying. If the second person starts buying, the third person buying, and everyone starts buying, and you create a buying frenzy at the K-pop up, and that's happened so many times. What don't you want to do at a K-pop? Keep it under 60 minutes. Focus on fun and community. Create an emotional. What to do at a K-pop? Sorry, keep it under 60 minutes. Focus on fun and community. Create an emotional moment, exciting, a great experience, a great moment. Will want them to keep on coming back, okay? And always edify the upline or speaker you're working with. Hey, I'm so lucky to be working with Director Marissa. I'm so lucky to be working with Director Aki. You know, talk about your upline and your speakers and the people that are helping you, because that's a great way to duplicate K-pop culture, and always promote the next Zoom or next event as well. What not to do, okay? What not to do. Do not ever talk about the people that didn't show up. A lot of times, you have a pop up with 5 people, and the first thing you tell all 5 people is, oh my gosh, I was supposed to have 20 people here, 15 people didn't show up. And you complain about that in front of the 5 people. Don't do that. The 5 people that came are your personal guests. Don't talk about the people that didn't show up. Put your attention to the people that did show up. It doesn't matter if only one person showed up. It's okay. It doesn't matter if it's 2 people it's okay. And don't overload them with too much science, okay? Don't talk about so much in detail about pressure, about temperature, about this and details. And you don't want to be a scientist at the K-pop up, because why? If you're a scientist at the K-pop up and I'm not a scientist, you're gonna lose me. I'm gonna hold on a second. I'm not a scientist. I can't explain like you. I can't explain with all the details that you just did. So guess what happens to me? I get scared. I said, you know what? This is not for me. My mindset should be this. Oh, you know what? I can do this. I see there's a pop-up living room table products. That's it. Talk about products, talk about the company, talk about the business. That's it. It was so simple, right? Don't pressure people. Don't make it feel like a sales pitch, and don't allow negativity or off-topic conversation. If one person is negative in the room, let them just be like, "Hey, you know what? Thank you for your opinion, but let me talk to you on the side one-on-one." Don't let one negative person make everybody else negative as well. Oh, this is not good. This is one of those things. I'm not into this kind of stuff, and that can affect somebody else. So after the pop-up, that's where you put up some light music and talk to people on a one-on-one basis. Talk to people on a one-on-one basis, ask them questions, and if there's one negative person, be like, hey, thank you for showing up. We appreciate your input, but we don't want you to, of course, make a decision for anybody else. So we appreciate your input as well, right? So make sure you control the room as a host, and you being a host. It's okay for you to tell them that as well, because why? It's your house, it's your living room. If someone's negative, if someone's disrespectful, do not let that person control your pop-up as well. Okay. I'm not gonna go into the entire slides of what I'm gonna be training during during convention, but today, you got to hear from many speakers. Today, you got to hear from many testimonials, and you got to hear from each individual going out there and actually creating results, actually going out there and actually getting results, making it happen, and they're giving you real life experiences of what they go through, whether it's Mexico, whether it's Singapore, whether it's any country, right? It's simple, it's duplicatable. None of them started with a big K pop up. Everyone started small. Remember, nothing big in life starts right away on your first day. Everything takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, little by little by little, and then it grows. So make sure that today, when you go out there and you build your business, always share the vision. Always share with people where you're going. Always share with people where Remont is going. Number one K beauty company isn't going to 50 countries. It's going to go into 100 countries. And I want to be a part of this movement. I don't want to be working for the rest of my life. I don't want to be working paycheck to paycheck for the rest of my life. I want to be financially free. I want to have more time with my kids later on. I want to have more time to go on vacations later on as well. I don't want to be worrying about bills. I don't want to be worrying about expenses. I don't want to be worrying about my credit card bill, my mortgage, my rent payment, my car payment. I don't want to be worrying about any of this. I don't want to worry about my kids' future college tuitions. Many of you guys have kids today, right? And many of them are going to eventually go to college. That's a lot of expense. I remember when I was going to college, my mom, 3 kids. It was even though she was a full-time nurse, my dad was in real estate, and she had 3 kids. She was struggling financially, even with a good job, because why? She had to put 3 kids into college tuition. plus paying a mortgage, plus paying expenses. They're going through difficult times. So, at an early age, I saw them struggle. But even when I was getting older, I saw them struggle as well, having a hard time making payments on the bills. I'm like, you have a six-figure salary, but you still have a difficult time. Because why? Because obviously kids and students and going to college and all that is very expensive. And some of you, of course, already have experienced that already. But understand one thing. Doesn't matter what background you are, what position you are, or what industry you're in today, whether it's real estate, insurance, beauty industry, whatever background you're in right now. Let me tell you something. Out of every industry I've seen and every industry I've been involved with and the people that I met in my past, I've never seen a company like Remind before, where you can go out there and just share the products, share the opportunity, enroll new business partners and customers, and build passive income, right? I've been coming this end of the year. It'll be my 3-year anniversary with Remind, right? Some of you might know my story. I became a senior manager on day one, and I purchased 6,000 SP on day one. For me, guys, it's a lot of product for me as a guy. I don't use that much product like that, right? That's a lot of product for me. But why did I get involved as a senior manager on day one? Why? Because I wanted to create a good story. I wanted to create a good duplicatable story. I wanted to be an example to my future team. Because I knew that starting as senior manager was the best way to start because you get the discount. You start at 30% on day one, the biggest cashback on day one, right? So I knew that even though it was uncomfortable for me, I had to get out of my comfort zone. Even though I was tight on money, I still had to commit bigger because I knew that if I committed bigger, I'm going to work harder for my business. So that's why I started on Senior Managers day one. Now, the second thing that I did was this. I knew that facts tell, stories tell. I knew that in this industry, your story is so important, right? Your business story is important, right? People will always talk about your story. When people share my story with other people, you know what they say? Oh, Steve became a senior manager in day one. Steve became a team leader in his first 7 days. That story sells, right? A guy like me that went team leader in 7 days, that story was it easy for me to become a team leader in 7? No. Do you know how many people I spoke to in my first 7 days to become a team leader? You guys may, even though I share my story, yeah, I became a team leader in 7 days, but it wasn't just like 1, 2, 3, right? You don't see all the work I did behind the scenes, all the phone calls and messages and meetings I did in 7 days. I just really compressed everything in 7 days with so many meetings and so many Zoom calls and so many calls and so many exposures and so many people trying the products. That's how I got become a team leader so fast. But on top of that, after I became a team leader, which all of you, of course, are running for team leader, my first year, I was consistent on my business every single day. Every single day. I did not take a break. I did not go on vacation. I didn't do any of that. Because why? I knew that I had a goal in mind. You know what? I had to go become a national director. I had an income target. I had an income goal. I had a national director goal as well, right? I had a director goal. I had goals in mind, right? And I worked on my business every single day. And you see me today as a national director, but if you saw me on day one, if you see me in my first few months, you know what everyone said about me? They said Steve is working so hard, but he's still not a director yet. And many people became a director before me. I was not the first director. And it looked like everyone did it much faster, easier than me. But for me, I was working so many hours, so many meetings, so many Zoom calls, traveling, meeting after meeting after meeting. I still couldn't become a director. But you know what I told myself? I said, it's okay. I'm not ready to be a director yet. When my time is right, when my team is big enough, when my leadership, it goes from here to here, I'll eventually become a director, right? And eventually I did become a director. I eventually became a director in a 3-month time frame. My last month, I was 310,000 points short as a team leader. My last month, I did 310,000 in points to become a director. And that month also, Maris became a team leader as well. And that's how I became a director, right? I became number one team leader in America, became a director, became ST, became a national director with Remont today, right? And I want to share with all of you that you're going to go through a similar journey. Some of you will go faster, some of you go slower, but all of you today need to go out there and create your success story. Go out there and today, go to your remont.com site, okay? Go to your site, log in, look at how many points you have, look at how many more points you need to become a manager, to become a senior manager and team leader. You need to actually see how much numbers and points you have today. You need to see how far you are on becoming the next position, right? And you gotta have a goal in mind and a date in mind on when you want to get your next position completed. Whether it's manager, whether it's senior manager, whether it's team leader, whether it's director, you have to have a date in mind and a goal date in mind on when you want to get it done. And you have to start doing the right activities now till that date. If you're telling me right now you have 2,000 SP points, you want to be a team in the next 30 days, and you're not doing any meetings, any pop-ups, you're lying to yourself, right? You got to have the right activities aligned with your goals, right? right activities align with your goals. If you want to become a team in the next 30 days, it's possible. But guess what you got to do? It's gonna take you a lot of meetings. It's gonna take you a lot of Zoom calls, a lot of presentations. Every day, day and night, you got to be working on your business every single day, tracking your numbers and seeing how far you move the needle, right? You move the needle a little bit every single day. It's going, it's going, it's going, right? Eventually, you'll cross finish line. You'll become a team leader. Eventually, by helping a lot of people go team leader, you become a director, right? So all you really got to do is go out there and do what you heard from today from all the speakers, right? Do what they said, right? Apply the business, apply the products, right? And just start taking action and take a commitment. Tell yourself today, you know what? All right, today I'm gonna finish up senior manager before the month ends. Before the month ends, I'm gonna finish up uni level. You guys know that uni level it's ending in just 2 days. Finish up union level this month. Finish up senior director, senior manager this month. Finish up team leader this month. Whatever the case may be, finish something up this month. Talk to one more person, two more people, or three more people. Set up 2 more meetings this week. Set up 3 more meetings this week. Set up a few Zoom calls tomorrow. Set up a few Zoom calls this week. Set your schedule busy. If you have a busy schedule, guess what? Automatically next 7 days, you're gonna have production. You're gonna have business. If you have an empty schedule next 7 days, let me tell you something. You're not gonna have production. When I was running from team leader up to director and on my schedule, my notes, it was meeting after meeting after meeting after meeting after meeting after meeting. It didn't matter what time it was. I had a goal in mind. I had to get it done. I had to get it done. And for all of you to make a big goal and you set your mind to it, I'm telling you right now, you will get it done. Right now, Riemann worldwide is going into our 9th country, into our 10th country. We have so many announcements coming up in Las Vegas next weekend. I'm looking forward to see so many of you next weekend as well. Today was an amazing Zoom call with so many great speakers. Thank you so much, Mary from Canada, for sharing her words of wisdom. And I'm so excited to see her and her team grow in the Canadian market and global as well, along with, of course, Aurora. Thank you so much. I know she's in Mexico right now, but she's coming to Vegas next week with her team as well. So excited for her to come to us in Vegas. Thank you so much, of course, Sharon, our director from Hong Kong, Canada, and now in Singapore. We appreciate you, Sharon. We appreciate you, Rocky, as well, for sharing your information and your insight, being a guy as well, like myself, building the Riemann business. Of course, we appreciate team leader Zoraida from Malaysia as well for her team and for everything that she does for the Malay community in Malaysia. We appreciate Director Aki as well. We appreciate everything that she shared with her, building her business in multiple cities, just going out there and really making it happen, really making it happen. And of course, Dr. Marcel, appreciate her words of wisdom as well, being a surgeon by trade, but also being in Vegas and also expanding in the Philippines now as well. And of course, Eunice for her product knowledge and of product sharing as well. So today was great. We'll have more of these type of Zoom calls to help all of you get in line to what's happening worldwide today. And you guys saw firsthand today that Riemann is not just doing business in your local city. It's not just only in New York. It's not only in LA. It's not only in Vancouver. We are doing business in multiple countries, in multiple markets, and this is just the beginning. I can't wait to see our Zoom calls going to 500 people, to 1,000, to 2,000, to 5,000 people. I can't wait to see our company Riemann in 20, 40, 50 countries. I can't wait to see so many of you making a 6-figure income and eventually a monthly 6-figure income. I know that is possible. If it happened for me, it could happen for you, right? If it happened for me, it could happen for you. All you got to do is be determined, be coachable, teachable, and stay consistent every single day and have a deep burning desire of why you need to win with Riemann. If your why is strong enough, the how is easy. You'll figure it out. If your why is strong enough, you'll figure it out. And I know so many of you today have a strong why for your families, for your loved ones, for your kids, for your parents. So many things you guys want to do. I'm letting all of you know it's possible through the Riemann vehicle, through the Riemann opportunity as well. So go out there and share more with Riemann. Let's close out August super strong, and let's see all of you guys get promoted next month in September as well. Thank you guys so much. Have a good night for everyone in North America. Have a good day for everybody in Asia. We'll see you guys in Vegas and, of course, at the Macau Convention. See you guys also soon. Bye-bye.